Hello my dear friends and welcome to Geekbyte. Today we're going to be unboxing I was about to say a 1 terabyte USB, but this is actually a 2 terabyte USB. Now if that sounds too good to be true, it probably is. I bought this on a very dodgy website and it certainly doesn't make sense. I bought it for $15 and 2 terabytes of space for $15 does sound like an absolute bargain, but something tells me it's not actually 2 terabytes. So what we're gonna do today is we'll open it up, we'll test it out, and we'll find out whether this is a fantastic bargain or whether it's a scam. So it looks like just your regular run-of-the-mill non-branded generic USB. We've got all the necessary information on here. We've got, it says it's a high-speed USB 3.0. It says on the back that it is compatible with Windows and Mac operating systems. It says on the capacity section that it is either 4 gigabytes, 8 gigabytes, 16 gigabytes, 32 gigabytes, 64 gigabytes, 128 gigabytes, or 256 gigabytes, which is quite a bit short of the 2 terabytes that I've been promised, but I guess we'll find out. Okay, we'll open that up. And we have our USB. Get rid of the packaging. Now, seeing as most storage media I've seen recently that says that it's 2 terabytes in space is probably about yay big, this is a fantastic revolution in design. I can't believe I had to find this on a dodgy website to actually get it. I mean, surely you would have thought that this would be in all the big major retailers, but not yet. I think I am the lucky first person to ever own a 2 terabyte USB. So I'm very excited to try this out, so without further ado, let's take it to my computer and see if it works. Alright, so we'll plug it into the USB port on the side of my keyboard here. There we go, plugged in. And we have 2.1 terabytes. Well, there we go. It actually does have 2 terabytes of space on this USB, except for the fact that it doesn't. See, there are some nefarious people out there that will make counterfeit USBs. They make USBs that seem like they have a large amount of space on them, when in actuality, they don't have that amount of space at all. This right here is actually an 8 gigabyte USB. Now, why does it show up as a 2 terabyte USB on my computer? Well, there are ways to trick computers into thinking this has more space than it actually does. So what happens if I put more than 8 gigabytes of data on here? Well, what happens with these USBs is it gets to the 8 gigabyte brim, and then as soon as it can't fit any more on, it starts overwriting previous stuff that you've written to it. So you might think that you're continuing to put more and more data on your USB, but all you're really doing is corrupting all the old files that you put on there. So how do you know whether your USB actually has the amount of space on it that it says it has? Well, there are tools that you can download onto your computer that will check USBs, and they'll find out exactly how much space it has and the read-write speed and any other sort of information that you think you may have been lied to about. So would I recommend you get the 2 terabyte USB? Absolutely not. Make sure any USB you get is from a reputable brand, because a lot of these USBs exist that look like they're just regular old generic USBs, and they might say that they've got 64 gigabytes of space on it or 256 gigabytes of space on it. But in actuality, a lot of the time, all they really are is 8 gigabyte USBs that are tricking you.